What up 3 times? You already know who it is. It's the one and only homie Chef, aka Wings912 on IG. That's WINGZZ912 on Instagram. You're looking at me. We got an almighty shoe review. Appreciate y'all tapping in, showing love and support. If this is your first time, please be sure to go ahead and hit that subscription button with the notification bell so you can stay tuned and tapped into the content. Please hit the thumbs up to keep me in the algorithm, and please drop a comment because I'm responding. Shout out to the Breakfast Club, the one and only homies, the Goonies, the squad. Yeah, we've been doing things, going through things, you know what I'm saying? But we get in there, got some shoes, and been staying ahead of the pack, you know what I'm saying? Before we get into this episode, got to air some grievances, you know what I mean? First off, shout out to Dr. Kicks, big homie, one of the Breakfast Club members. Does a lot of restoration and fixing of shoes. If you have anything that you need done to your shoes, please hit up my guy, Dr. Kicks. I'll make sure his information is all down below, you know what I mean? Works well in the Georgia area, you know what I mean, Savannah, but I'm pretty sure that he'll accept some mail-ins as well. So if you got some shoes, whether it's yellowing of the soles or you just need something restored, brought back to life, hit my man up. He nice with it, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, my brother Dr. Kicks, he actually hit the Awake 5s on the EQL, and he's an EQL Plus member, you know what I mean? Which wasn't bad, but it took them almost 3 weeks to let him know that they were going to cancel his order. And that wasn't from EQL, but the cancel actually came from Awake. And that brings up something that I really don't like, you know what I'm saying? Because clearly these shoes were backdoored, and it was a backdoor fest, you know what I'm saying? From my understanding, whenever you have another company host a raffle, 9 times out of 10, you go ahead and give them that number, you know what I mean? Or the amount of pairs of stock that you have on deck. And for him to be an EQL member and to get that W like that, considering that he actually plays for that membership, that really kind of threw me for a loop, you know what I'm saying? Because EQL definitely pawned it off on Awake saying, hey, you know, the company, we just going by what the company told us, we can't do anything. The cancel didn't come from us, the cancel came from the company. And true indeed, but there has to be somebody that can keep somebody in control, because that's extra foul, man. I mean, granted, the shoe was already hideous, you know what I'm saying? And, you know what I mean? He said it was a flip, but, you know what I mean? For a company to be able to get that off for the sake of hype, like, that's like what's really getting ugly in the sneaker culture, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to my boy Angelo. He got his New Balances after he got his money back, you know what I'm saying? So that's one way, you know, it's kind of ill, you know what I mean? I don't know how to say it, you know, but the sneaker game with these raffles and these exclusive pairs, it's an ugly game, man. So shout out to my boy, you know what I mean, Dr. Kicks. And fuck Awake and the brand as they stand. Them airships was already terrible. Be glad that, you know what I mean, y'all got some love or got some hype around them 5s, but neither pair was for me. Yeah, now we on to something that really matters. We want to talk about some shoes and give a review. And there was a particular shoe that released at the top of September that it took me a while to get my hands on, but I got my hands on it and I got it under retail and I was pretty happy with it. And this shoe is pretty nostalgic, and it taps back into the childhood me. And not only that, but my first, like, I guess, initiation to Southern culture and Southern style and everything. And yeah, it's a lot. I'll break it down during the review. But before we rock, I'm gonna start with the box. Throwback, and you know that, you see it. And the colors read black, cool blue, and white. And I bring you guys the Nike Air Trainer Hurache. Boom. And now that we got them in hand, let's get into them. The Air Hurache Trainer was initially released in 1992 as a cross-training shoe with the Hurache design ethos. Bought back in an original color, this Air Trainer Hurache features a black suede and neoprene upper constructed with the inner booty design with openings along the ankle, perforations for breathability, and a see-through mid-foot strap overlaid with the Velcro closure for a lockdown fit. so boom. Cross training was a big thing in the 90s, especially for Nike branding. And they were releasing a lot of pairs. You know, they had Bo Jackson signed as the premier athlete, and Bo Jackson was going crazy. And yeah, so he had his own cross trainer, and Nike was just going on with that brand by having so many different players that was playing 2 different sports, you know what I mean? So they made a shoe that just was good for no matter what sport you played. And this shoe here was one of those ones that came out and it kind of took the culture by storm. Now, the significance for me is my introduction to the South and Southern style, coming down and meeting my family members and seeing my cousins and being from up north and coming down here to see the difference in what people wore and, you know what I mean, how people dressed. It was a big culture shock, you know what I mean? There was no internet, things were still regional. However, you know what I mean, these stuck out like heavy to me. And they came out in a few colors back in the day. I remember that they actually had one pair that was hunter green as well, you know what I'm saying? And they had these, but the gray was a little bit lighter. But yeah, man, when I say like I wanted these so bad, I really did. But back then, buying shoes the way I buy shoes now was not a thing, and my parents wasn't having it. So to be able to get these now, you know what I'm saying, after umpteen years later, you know what I mean, it hits a little different. Never mind any of that though. Let's get into the pros and cons of the shoe. Off top, we already see that it's a nubuck upper all the way through and through. And the nubuck feels really good. It looks really good. You know what I mean? Lint free. Can't complain about that at all. You know what I'm saying? It hits so well. You know what I mean? As you can see, we got the Velcro strap with the almost like lace type of see-through situation going on, but very, very clean. You know, we got the gray toe box sitting under, you know what I mean, the black mud guard. And we got the hits of gray that go all the way back to the heel. Very, very clean. You know what I mean? Pull tab. And then the sock liner is like almost like literally a sock within the shoe. That's where the Hurache comes in. Everybody knows that Hurache has that nice tight grip fitting shoe, you know what I'm saying? And then, you know, you got the black laces, and then you see you got this black and white and gray midsole that leads out to this cross trainer outer sole that's real thick, durable, and very cushiony. You know what I mean? Feels pretty good, you know? And needless to say, man, this is like crazy. This is hitting just like it did back in the 90s. And I swear I'm losing myself right now just looking at them. Like, they hit so good. I'm kind of glad that Nike's getting back in that bag, starting to tap into the Huraches, just not the low Huraches running shoes, but more the mid and the uppers. And you know what I mean? They are promising to get back into the Kobe's 2004 Hurache era, you know what I'm saying? Where NBA basketball was ran by Nike Hurache, you know what I'm saying? Everybody had their team, you know what I mean, team colors, and they was rocking in them, you know? I'm really, really excited to see where Nike goes with this, because I feel like Nike's starting to understand how important their cross training and basketball shoes were to the sneaker culture, you know what I'm saying? And hopefully we get some good pairs out of that, you know what I mean? But this shoe right here is amazing, and it is smacking, and this is nothing but something to heal the inner child, as they say, you know what I mean? Because this one has been one of those ones that have been on my radar for a long time, you know what I'm saying? When it comes to the fit, true to size fit, stick to what you know, rock how you go, you know what I mean? Don't need to go up or down. Even with the sock liner, it's still a good fit. Feels really good, really snug. I love this. Oh, I love this. I love a good Hurache, you know what I'm saying? So stick to what you know when it comes to Hurachis. As far as resale, I didn't even care or check the resale. I feel like it's probably hovering a little near retail, although I can say a lot of the lower sizes sat, and these restocked a couple times in the last couple weeks, you know what I'm saying? And all the bigger sizes ran. So if you have a bigger size, look for that price to be elevated a little bit. But if you're under maybe a 10.5 or maybe like a 9, you should still be able to get these at retail or below retail. Check your local retailers. I know Hibbett's had them for $190, then went down to $170. And it's same with JD, you know what I mean? They got coupon codes and everything you can use. So tap in and get you a pair, man. But yeah, man, like, y'all don't understand. This shoe right here with this color, it was specific for the LA Raiders. And you know what I mean, quiet is kept. A lot of people don't want to say the obvious, but yeah, this was like almost like an unofficial Bo Jackson, you know what I'm saying? And I remember this shoe with a lot of Raider jerseys rocked back in the day, and Uh, it's just beautiful to have, and I'm just glad I got it in my collection. I can already see all black with the I can already see I'm just doing a lot with this shoe, man. But yeah, one more time and real quick for y'all so we can get out of here. Make sure I get that heel action with that Nike Air one. All right, and when it comes to the Air Hurachis, yeah, I just gotta give these a 10 just for the inner kid in me, man. I'm excited. I'm so happy to have these. I don't think y'all really understand. I got a shout out to my cousin Jamal. I actually got his pair first. And to get mine, I saw my pair online and then went and it sold out. So I had to go to the store. It was a whole process. And then the process even included me being able to get the store to reduce their price down. And I walked out of what, like mine's like 140, 150. So yeah, man, it felt real good. You know what I'm saying? Especially after using coupons. So yeah, I'm excited. I can't wait. You know what I mean, to wear these. This is definitely going to be a good winter shoe. This could be also a great gym shoe for all those people that like to work out. Trust me, stability and support, this shoe provides all of that, you know what I mean? So please tap in, find out, go get you a pair, you know what I mean? But 10 for the culture, 10 for me, you know what I mean? Wings, you know what I'm saying? I needed that. But y'all already know how I feel about the classics and the retros. Did y'all tap into this one? Have y'all looked into this one? You know what I mean? Get involved, get in the comments, let me know below. I'm listening. As always, appreciate y'all tapping in. Stay positive, you know what I mean? Keep that good energy amongst the family. Stay positive and appreciate y'all tapping in, showing love as usual. Stay positive and keep that energy flowing amongst family and friends. At the end of the day, that's all we got, you know what I mean? So hold it down to your loved ones, you know what I mean? Be good, you know? You already know how I roll, man. Stay low, stay hydrated, stay focused, stay hustling, but more importantly, stay out the way. Mind a business that pays you. I'm just saying, for me to use some good advice, you know what I mean? I love to use it. And by any means, keep them sneakers clean, yo. You already know the motto. Before you go pay resale, come here and get them details. And if we catch you lacking, understand we snatching. We outside and we on one. Be easy.